Welcome back, everybody, to this weekend show where I'll be breaking down the big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're here for the first time and you're new, definitely consider subscribing. And now, let's get right into it, guys. All right, so welcome back once again, guys, and happy Memorial Day to all of you guys out there. And there will be a special on Patreon, so stay tuned till end of the video. You guys will see that. Now you can see the oil prices coming down over the weekend, 5%. Trump says Iran talks proceeding in a constructive manner. And that's been the theme, right? We have a deal, we don't have a deal. We have a deal, the market comes down like 0.5%, less than that sometimes. And then we have a deal, market goes up 5%. Isn't that something we are seeing recently, right? Even on Friday, market rallied, it was up. And weekend Wall Street right now, it's up. So we'll see how things play out going into uh, Tuesday morning. Market will be closed on Monday. We have a shortened week this week, only 4 days of trading. So we'll see how things play out come Tuesday morning. With that being said, what we got here on market, you can see Dow is up 0.58% on Friday, Nasdaq up 0.19, S&P up 0.37, and Russell up 0.93. Advancing 52, declining 43. 11 sectors. Industrials led the way on top, technology, healthcare, utilities, consumer cyclical. But if you look at it right here, for the week, utilities, healthcare, real estate led the way on top. Stock market map, what we got here, Nvidia was down Friday, but it's the same theme, guys. Some of these memory chips names, semiconductor, these are up once again. You can see QCOM, AMD, AMU was slightly down, Intel was up, Microsoft flat, Apple brand new all-time high. So a lot of green right about here. But then Tesla was up also, Eli Lilly, J&J, MRK, those were also up on the day. Fear and greed index finally coming off a little bit, 59. We have a reading, and it's still on greed. Investor sentiment, you can see 31.7% are bullish, 43.6% are bearish at all-time high, which kind of makes sense, but we'll see if they're actually correct going into next week. And now let's get started with Tesla. On Tesla stock, it's up 1.95%. So Tesla, I actually took a trade right here, and that was just a short-term swing, 430 calls on this move down here. I think I got in at 403, but then you can see we came all the way down to 393. And fast forward, Friday sold for a nice juicy profit and kept like two runners. Maybe we go up and fill this gap at 441, possibly even higher with SpaceX going to IPO very soon. So, Tesla here, a lot of things going. But again, if you look at this, the way things are going, this had a nice move up. Then we had a pullback, some consolidation into a bull flag. We had another big move up, and then another move to the downside, couple of gap down here, and now we had a gap up and go, and looks like we're going to close the gap on top. So we'll see how that goes going into Tuesday's session. If we can cross 432, Tesla is going to fill that gap 441.16 and possibly moves higher into these areas 450 plus. If it comes down, watch for the support down here 415, 49, and then 405.63 gap fill reversal on Tesla. On Microsoft, it's absolutely flat, and it's been all over the place. I mean, a few moves with pre-market. We had this massive move, then we faded. This was a massive move. We faded again on Friday. I mean, look at that high, almost 425, but then we faded into closing and pretty much flat for the day. But one thing is guaranteed, guys. If this thing breaks out over 432, keep an eye on it. I think we're gonna move $50 to $80 to the upside. Now, if this thing comes back and breaks below 400, that's going to be concerning. So going into next week, here on Microsoft, watch 416 as a key support. If this thing stays over that, watch out for continuation all the way up to 432. And that is what I'm watching, a breakout over that we'll take Microsoft way higher. But watch this key support 415, 416 right here. 20-day moving average. If we get under that, we could be getting a flush all the way down to 411 and then possibly even lower. On Apple, it's like it's up 1.26%, so brand new all-time high, and it's not going in a crazy, uh, way like AMD or MU. It's totally healthy. Yes, we're moving higher, but you can see even with those moves, we had pullbacks on Apple. So now we gapped up on Friday, 305.54. There is a gap. We come back in. As long as that holds, that's going to be gap fill reversal, and this thing can move all the way up to 315. If it comes down under 302.57, watch out for a move down to flat 300. And if we get under that, then look for more downside. Maybe come in and retest 20-day moving average right about 289 to 288, and that's also in line with this high right here. Happy Memorial Day, guys. And in honor of that special day, today, Sunday, and tomorrow till midnight, Monday, I'm actually running a 35% off annual membership on Patreon. This special discount code is only available on Patreon 33259. You do get 35% off of your annual membership, and you can get that link right down in the description. And you can also see right here, you can go through Patreon and sign up for that. And for that, you get swing trade ideas, daily trade ideas, you get all sorts of live trading and anything you need to become a better trader. So don't miss out on this special discount. I'm running it for only limited time, which is going to end tomorrow night, Monday midnight. On Meta, it's up 0.47%, so nothing really big. And I just don't like the way Meta is trading. We're still inside the shop box, so watch out. Under 600, 575 possible. Over 615 right here, 617. These moving averages, we can come up and fill some of that gap to the upside. 663.81 to be exact. But even if it goes half away, we could be coming all the way up to like 640 plus on Meta. On Amazon, stock is down 0.80%, so nothing really big. We had this pull down, and now we're going right back up, and looks like it's trying to hold right here, 266 20-day moving average. As long as this holds and we get over 271 to 72, watch out for continuation back up to all-time highs, 258, 278.56. To the downside, key support 266 breaks. Watch down here, 5-day moving average, 265-ish, and then all the way down here, previous all-time highs right here at 258. Underneath that, 250. On Google, stock is down 1%. So Google had this nice move up. And if you look at my screen, after hitting an all-time high, massive rejection, and now it's under this key zone right here, that 383. And also, if you look at my screen, 382.29, that is the daily 20-day moving average, and it's actually underneath that. So if Google stays below 383, 382-ish right here, watch out for a move all the way down to the gap, 353. If it gets over that, then I would say Google can come up and retest these highs right about 398 to 400 and possibly moves higher to a brand new all-time high. On AMD, it's up 4% on Friday, but this was fantastic. I think I got in at 478, and these were really risky trade, and I didn't go really big or anything, guys. It was just a couple of contracts, zero DTs on puts on AMD, and luckily this was really nice. You can see from 478, that's where I got in. This thing came down, so I think it was like 360 some percent on a few puts. It was fantastic. So some of these plays are doing really well recently with these big moves in the market, and especially on semiconductors and memory chips names. And AMD is one of them. And you can see we had this nice move up, gap up. We did not fill the gap. So if we come back, we fill the gap at 451. Watch out for 451 as a support. Underneath that, we also have support at 431. If we continue and if we continue to stay over 470, I would say watch out for continuation, possibly over 481 into 500 on AMD, which is gonna be insane. I mean, yes, we had this pullback, but it wasn't something really big. it was just a minor pullback, and now we are already hitting another brand new all-time high on last Friday. On Nvidia, it's down 1.90%. So what's insane here that Nvidia actually the one that actually had earnings. And guess who's actually going up? ARM. That thing is going up for last 3 days. It's almost like they had three earnings in last 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, and even on Friday had a massive move on that stock. But you can see here, we actually broke below 216 on Nvidia and barely holding on to 214.75, let's say 215, 20-day moving average. And it wasn't, like, I don't know if you guys, heard the earnings calls. It wasn't really great. A lot of the money is not coming in from China, right? So, it's just a bunch of numbers that don't really line up when it comes to earnings on Nvidia. So if this thing gives up this key zone and then comes down to 212, and like I would say 215 to 212, these two zones, if we lose here on Nvidia, you're going to see a quick flush down to 203. That's possible, possibly even lower into some of these gaps. Earnings are gone, no new catalyst, and if there was like really good catalyst, Nvidia the one should be running, not ARM and AMD. So this is the king of semiconductor, right? This thing should be running, but it's not. So there's your red flag there. If this thing gets over 216.97, watch out for 220 and possibly even higher once we get over that 5-day moving average on Nvidia. And Netflix was down 0.78% on Friday. But if you look at my screen, we're kind of getting that breakout from this mini downtrend here. So if this thing remains over, I would say right about 88 to 87. Watch out for continuation up to 91.7 into 94. But if this thing does not hold here, right about 88 to 87, then it would come down to 85.5 and then possibly even lower down here at 82.39 on Netflix. All right, so Broadcom was pretty flat on the day, and we talked about it before. I still have this flag. We're just flagging right here, consolidating. So we'll see if this thing wants to break out over these highs or just want to come down. Right now, it's still holding over that 414 marker here, this high, and just consolidating. So if this thing comes back, maybe we come down to like 400, possibly into 387. But so far, just consolidating. We just have to wait and see if this thing, breaks down from this line right here and gets lower, there will be more downside. If this thing breaks out on this consolidation to the upside, there will be more upside on Broadcom. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.